call into the show at 724-444-7444 using call ID 30273#.
I'm coming to the best if I can. Check myself again and I'm down. Moving to the man, but just
Now, here's your host, Ryan Clark.
Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to the Tuesday, September 22nd edition of WZR Radio. I'm Ryan Clark, and we're going to be here for, I think, about the next 2 hours. Got a lot of stuff going on tonight, so I'm not sure we're going to be here all the way until 9 o'clock Eastern Time, but at least till about 8:30. And we got a lot to talk about. Breaking Point from TNA Breaking Point, or not TNA Breaking Point, what am I talking about? TNA No Surrender from this past Sunday night, as well as Monday Night Raw from last night. And some news and rumors as well. A lot of UFC stuff that went down last week. Last Wednesday, we had the Ultimate Fighter premiere on Spike TV and the UFC 103 pay-per-view on Saturday night. So we're going to talk about all that and take your live phone calls as well, live chat room, shout-outs, all that good stuff here in the next few hours. Matty Boone, what's up, my brother? Oh, yeah. What's cracking, my man? What's going down in Orange Park?
It's I don't know. It's been a lounge day, I guess I'll call it. I chilled at the pool. I had a couple of drinks, as you told the chat, so I'm just, I'm here to fill in gaps tonight, I guess.
You had a couple drinks, huh?
Quite a couple, yeah. We're honest on the air, right? I'll be honest.
Of course, baby, no doubt. Well, a drunk Matt Boone is always, it can be a good thing. It can
be a real bad thing too, though. I don't know. The jury's still out,
Well, fear not, people. Fear not. We have a sober Ryan Clark here.
We have a competent man at the wheel. Yes.
Yes, a confident co-host.
A designated driver.
Designated driver, yeah, baby. Nice. We got a live chat room, WZROnline.com /chat. And through chat shout-outs, like I said, here in just a little bit. And I don't know, man, we had I keep calling it TNA Breaking Point, but
I reached my breaking point during TNA No Surrender. We can say that, right?
I know, dude. I reached my breaking point during Monday Night Raw last night.
TNA was before it, so yeah. Then at that point you were just exhausted, probably. Yeah, me too.
It was, if TNA, the No Surrender pay-per-view on Sunday night wasn't bad enough, we followed it up with Monday Night Raw last night, and unfortunately, you have to do play-by-play. So you're kind of forced to sit there for the entire 2 hours. But
I love the topsy-turvy situation that happens there with Raw now. Now the football season starts up. Well, I used to be a heel on WZR because I always said, Raw, I don't feel like watching it this week or something. And everybody's like, well, how could you not watch Raw? And then the host, the beloved Mr. Ryan Clark, he decides, Monday Night Football's on. I don't have to do play-by-play. Let's see what's going on the football game here. Raw ain't that important, even though you got tickets to go next Monday night. What are we talking about here?
And you know what else? You just brought it up. Tickets for next Monday night. I actually don't have my tickets yet, but
you're getting them, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna get some because, and there's only one reason for it. Because obviously, remember I told you, I don't know if it was last week or a couple of weeks ago.
I think it was last week, yeah.
Where I said, I hope the guest host in Albany is somebody worth a shit. You know what I mean?
Well, on that scale, this person is worth a shit, but as far as entertainment and as far as how it will blend into the show, will it be a seamless blend? I wouldn't lean on that one. Yeah, I don't like your odds on that one.
I think they're going to get the media attention with, obviously we're talking about the
it might be a big deal, but yeah.
Yeah, obviously, guys, we're talking about the Reverend Al Sharpton, who's going to host Raw next week.
Can I get an amen?
Can I get an amen? Who's the other guy? It's Reverend Al Sharpton and it's not.
Are you thinking about Jesse Jackson?
Jesse Jackson. That's the other one. Yeah.
Is that a racial thing? What were they? What?
No, it's not a racial thing. It's just guys that are over the top. I mean, they deal with racial issues, obviously, but I mean, they're over the top in their dealings with it. You know what I mean?
Which one is it? Is it both of them, or just Al Sharpton, where if like you're Don Imus and you say something wrong, that's the guy you go to apologize on the public scale? You gotta.
That's both of them.
Yeah. Okay. So they have that in common. They're very quick to jump all over situations like that. Let's be honest now. Come on. They're
right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think he's going to get the media attention next week, you know. I mean, there'll be a ton of media based around that, more than anyone else.
Yeah, he ran for president before. I mean, he's a big deal, you know. So.
Yeah, well, I think he's a candidate for 2012 or something they were saying.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Him and somebody else I read the other day were candidates. So, I don't know. They'll get the media attention next week. I mean, they haven't had very much media with this whole guest host thing. You know, we had Shaq, which...
Well, I mean, it depends on the host, it seems like, because some of them do. I mean, Seth Green got a little bit, because it was new back then, but, you know, Shaq got a good bit, and then there's one more I'm forgetting. There's one more that I'm forgetting that got a pretty decent amount. I don't think it was Jeremy Piven. He got some, but there was somebody else in there that got a good bit. What was it, Mayweather? Because of the situation he had going on with the shooting?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah, because early in the morning they raided his house or something like that. So that got media, but I don't know. We'll see what happens next week. Like I said, I'm going to go there. By the way, starting...
You going to talk about the president now?
Well... Yeah, it's a good lead-in, huh?
I figured that's where you were going. Yeah, that's not in the show file. That's just a complete guess right there. I knew it. Well, this man marked out over some politics, some political leaders this week.
Oh, stop. Well, the deal is on Friday they keep this stuff real secret, and right across the street from my house is Hudson Valley Community College, and they announced that President, who's the drunk one?
Yeah,
Barack Obama was coming right across the street. So, what was it, yesterday? They shut down the streets and had the helicopters flying, and we went up there, and I mean, it wasn't open to the public. It wasn't, you know, one of those open speeches, but we saw the motorcade drive by with the windows down and smiling. Yeah, I know you're going to get all over me for this shit. Well, whatever. You know what I mean? Dude,
this is like the 8th time I've heard it. The motorcade and the security and the Hudson, blah, blah.
Listen, if the president came
It's a big deal. I understand.
You know what I mean? I mean, it was right across the street. And
I remember when I lived in Albany, it was cool. Hillary Clinton would come to the Capitol building every once in a while, and you'd make a big deal about that. So I can't imagine the actual real president strolling through with the whole scenery and everything. That's got to be pretty cool to see.
Well, it was just crazy. I mean, the amount of security, I mean, that they had for this thing. I mean, they emptied out, I talked to some people at Hudson Valley. I actually know a guy that's a maintenance guy up there, and they had to, they emptied the snack machines out where, you know, so they checked that there's no bombs or anything in the snack machines, and they put speakers, like microphones on the rooftops so that they can hear of any threats, and just all kinds of security. And I'm thinking they do this every town that he goes to, you know what I mean? It wasn't just a one-time deal.
Yeah, but let's say you're the actual president and you see this going on around you. How fucking scared are you everywhere you go? You're like, God damn, everywhere I go is a possible shooting. It's a possible, you know what I mean?
I know, it was crime.
Especially being the first black president. I mean, there's got to be some crazy assholes out there, especially when he goes to places like, you know, I'm not going to single out any states, but, you know what I'm saying here. Jesus Christ.
I mean, you had a motorcade and the car in front of them and the car in back of them. I mean, they had they ride in like those Ford Explorers or whatever it is, and they have like snipers.
They ride in style, baby.
You know, just ready to fire on anybody that jumps out or anybody that looks innocent. You know what I mean? Or looks like they're going to do something. So
looks innocent. Listen to you.
Yeah, not innocent.
Who's drunk?
Obviously. I know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we did that. That was yesterday, and then we had Monday Night Raw from last night. NFL, of course, over the weekend.
How'd the Bills do? I know how the Lions did. You can pretty much assume how they're going to do every week. You don't really have to tune in to find out if the Lions won or lost. You can just pretty much assume the latter.
Well, yeah, you guys got your ass kicked.
Of course.
Again. We took out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this week, which was
Really?
which was good. So we're 1-1 to start the season. Same with my fantasy. I got my ass kicked in fantasy. My fantasy draft this weekend. Yeah, so that's no good. 1-1 for Buffalo and 1-1 for fantasy.
Fantasy football, Jesus Christ! We can play softball next summer. What are we doing here?
No, I got to get you into that fantasy football stuff.
I'll never do it. I can't follow another league in general. As much work as I got with the UFC, all of MMA, all of pro wrestling, that's enough for now. There's no way I could fit in trying to follow NFL as religiously as you have to do a fantasy league. You got to know everybody's stats, and come on, I can't follow all that. Yeah,
I'm actually in. I'm in a fantasy league, and then I'm in another league. It's not fantasy, but it's just you pick numbers based on teams. Too hard to explain.
You got money in on all that, right?
Lots of money, big time of money. Close to.
There's the motivation.
Well, by the end of the season, it's close to $1,000 with not the fantasy. I mean, fantasy costs you about $200 to get in, but this other league is about $50 a week, and you times that by 16 weeks in the season, so it adds up. You know what I mean?
If you get to the playoffs, is it like $100 a week? What do we got?
No. Well, it stays. You only do the regular season for the one league that costs $50 a week. You don't do the playoffs, but it's like if you win. You know what I mean? If you win one week, you get like $600.
Oh, you get the whole pot or whatever, everybody's money that was put in for that.
Right. So if you win one time, it's. I mean, you make up for all your losses.
Isn't that just like a football pool or something you would have at an office or some shit?
Yeah, but the problem is this year. I mean, last year they had there was only about 15 people in there. And, this year they have like 30 people, so it's like,
nice.
Ouch. Well, it's nice because the pot is a lot higher on a weekly basis.
I mean, you're putting in 50 no matter how many people's in the league, right? So it's better if there's more people, you win more money.
Yeah, but the chances of winning are
not
as high, you know what I mean? So, whatever.
Wait, how does that work, 30 people? You don't just pick a team? Is it like fantasy where you got to do stats to win?
No, it's, say there's 16 games on a weekly basis, because there's 32 teams in the NFL. So say there's 16 games. I mean, I know you get the bye weeks here in a few weeks, but say you get 16 games. You get 16 different points, and then you put, say Buffalo is playing Tampa Bay like they were this past weekend, and I'm real confident that Buffalo is going to win that game. I put 16 points on that game. And then you go down, then I have 15, 14, 13. You know what I mean? It's hard to...
I stopped caring already. I don't know.
You son of a bitch.
I tried. I gave it a shot.
Yeah, I've tried to explain that to so many people to try to get them in there, and nobody has a clue what I'm talking about. So,
sounds high stakes, so I guess it's a risk-reward kind of thing every week. Yeah, your nuts are on the line every week. That doesn't sound too pleasant.
Right. But yeah, I don't know.
Can I eat steak on Monday, or am I eating noodles and noodles? What are we having for dinner this month?
This week it was oodles and noodles, man.
Oh, you lost big time.
Yeah, we were on the losing end this week, so whatever. Hey, do you know today's the first day of fall? Not that you give a shit, but I'm going to tell you anyway. 5:18 Eastern time today, fall started. So we're now
to the minute? They have it down to the minute like that? On 5:18 Eastern, it is fall?
5:18 Eastern time. Was watching the news tonight, and that 5:18 Eastern time was the official start.
Who comes up with that shit? Come on, who comes up with that? The leaves are either brown. If they're brown at 5:17, they're brown at 5:19. What is 5:18 supposed to mean? Who cares about?
5:18 is all right. The weather guy who was doing this on the news tonight said something.
The meteorologist. He's a doctor all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, at 5:18, you get 12 hours of darkness and 12 hours of daytime. So the sun will rise tomorrow morning at 5:18.